Thank you for downloading this in-ear entertainment podcast. You're listening to Shakespeare's Sonnets. Sonnet 44. If the dull substance of my flesh were fought, injurious distance should not stop my way. From them, despite of space, I would be brought from the limits far remote where thou dost stay. No matter then, although my foot did stand upon the farthest earth removed from thee, for nimble thought can jump both sea and land, as soon as think the place where he would be. But thought kills me that I am not thought, to leap large lengths of miles where thou art gone, but that so much of earth and water wrought, I must attend time's leisure with my moan, receiving nought by elements so slow, but heavy tears, badges of either's woe. There was Sonnet 44 of Shakespeare's sonnets, quite a nice do-do-do-do-dy one. That's the official term for it. I'm Mark Chatterley, and I am joined by the I've had bespectacled. No, by
yes,
the
you have.
Very straight-toothed, I'm going to go with this time. You have a very kind of American kind of smile to you.
I'll take that as a compliment. Yeah. But my name is Thierry Heles,
yeah.
for those of you who are listening in for the first time. There are 43 episodes before this.
Yes.
So do go back and listen to those as well.
They are just as good as this one, if not better. If this one's bad, they're all better.
We should go with that.
Yeah. So this sonnet is a very... I think we said before, it's quite a shallow, simple sonnet. It's basically saying, if I were made of thought, I could be with you always, because it wouldn't matter where you are, I could be there instantly. Is basically what he's saying. Did you have...
But it is a killing thought.
It is, yes.
But he says...
Thoughts kill me.
But our thought kills me that I am not thought.
Which I think he means in sense of it pains me, it hurts me. My own thoughts have thought of this wonderful way that I can be with you, but then my thoughts remind me that I am not made of thought, and therefore I'm pants. Except for Shakespeare didn't use the word pants. I don't know why. It's quite a poetic term. And pants, just for the American listeners, we mean underwear in this country. So when something is pants, we're saying it's underwear. And by pants, it's a bit rubbish. You know, underwear with holes in it.
What is pants in American English?
Trousers. Oh. Yeah, in American English, pants is trousers. They have pants and underwear, whereas we have trousers and pants.
That's weird. It is. Americans should speak proper English.
It is, and they also don't know what a jumper is. So if I talk about my wonderful banana jumper that I'm wearing at the moment, they have no idea what a jumper is. To them, a jumper is...
Well, they just call it sweater.
They call it sweater, yeah. Weird Americans taking our English and then changing just little bits, just enough to confuse us and to confuse them.
See, that makes me wonder what they call it. Is it Australia? Do they say jumper and pants?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't know. We need Australians to tell us. Australians, what do you call your underwear? Do you call them underwear or pants? This is a vital question.
Or Kiwis. They would just... Was it? They say an E instead of A.
Do they?
Is that the Kiwi accent?
I don't know. I'm terrible on accents.
Oh, it's the other way around.
I know they call...
They say an R instead of an E.
Okay.
Shut hippins.
Okay. The only Australian thing I know is that they call flip-flops. What we call flip-flops, they call thongs.
As in TH or F?
TH. Thongs. Whereas thongs in British English is the skimpy underwear that women wear with the bit that goes down the butt crack. So, yeah. The more you know, the more power you have.
That's bound to lead to some confusion when you go abroad.
Yes, and...
I'm wearing my thongs today, but you're a man.
Exactly. And a rubber in British English is a condom. No.
No.
Yeah. Hang on. No, which way around is it? A rubber in American English is a condom, whereas a rubber in British English is the thing is an eraser. Is what we use to rub out things. But we do rubber Johnny, on the other hand, is a condom. Just to really confuse things. Random things. Sorry, Sonnet 44. Why we... Oh yeah, thought kills me. We were talking about thought kills me. But yeah, I don't think he means literally kills. He means hurts, pains. It upsets me.
That's the way I would read it as well.
But there's really not much more to this sonnet than what we've already said in the first 3 minutes of this podcast.
I mean, he does mention sea and land. I guess that could be the two elements, earth and water.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why. Maybe he's coming back to the other two in the next sonnets.
I think it's more... I mean, he's used it twice in this. The idea that if he were made of thought, he'd be so nimble. Nimble thought can jump both sea and land. But later on, it becomes earth and water. But so much of earth and water wrought. So earth and water become his prison, I guess, in a sense.
I did. I cheated and I looked ahead.
Oh,
just now. And Sonnet 45 starts with, spoiler alert, the other two, slight air and purging fire.
Okay. So he's gone for the classic element.
So these two are the 4 elements that he combines over 2 sonnets.
That kind of makes sense.
Still not sure why, but that he does. I guess you can't have a series of sonnets without the 4 elements.
Yeah.
There's such a classic idea.
They have to go together.
That you need to have them, yeah.
Yeah. I once had someone ask me when we would... This was someone who was working in an education setting as an editor, asking me if, when we were talking about elements being, periodic table of elements, what we meant was fire, earth, air, and water. And yeah, worrying.
What?
Yeah, they were of the belief still that everything in the world was made up of various combinations of fire, air, earth, and water.
That's... wow.
Insane. Yeah. This is what you get if you hang around on conspiracy sites. You get a really warped view of the world.
I want to find the people that believe other elements beyond the 4 classic ones are just a conspiracy.
There's no such thing as copper.
Plutonium is just a version of fire.
It's fire with a very little amount of water and a little bit of earth.
Just, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes chemical equations a lot easier. Those always hurt my... Just, I hate that those...
Yes. I didn't... Chemistry didn't last long in my brain. I didn't like it.
I liked chemistry, but chemical equations just...
Did you say chemical?
No.
That's quite a nice way. Chemical. So...
How do you say
chemical.
it?
CHEM. Chemical. But I quite like chemical. Chemical sounds a bit like...
Chemical.
Like camshafts and stuff. Like it's made up of... That's what was in my head. I like your little mispronunciations. They make my brain go off in different directions. It's good. I'm not taking the mickey out of you.
No,
I'm laughing with you. It's all fine. I don't mean it in a Thierry's stupid.
You're just being bad.
Yeah. Wait until you find my other podcast, Stupid Things Thierry Says. They're now making it into a sitcom.
Hidden somewhere. I would love that.
That's a sitcom of your life.
Yeah, as long as it's better than shit my dad says, because that was a failure.
I refuse to watch that. Fundamentally,
it was. I watched it mainly because of William Shatner being a dickhead in that.
Okay.
Because he played the dad. But I think they made like 10 episodes and the ratings were so bad that they just gave up and cancelled the show.
Just to prove that when someone goes, I've got a successful Twitter stream, let's turn it into a sitcom, it's not a good idea.
It's not, yeah. But then, I mean, it was essentially his life. The show was actually the guy moving in with his dad and then his dad just saying stupid stuff.
Wow, that sounds like a perfect sitcom.
It's, yeah.
Bizarre. We're just catching up as friends on this podcast, aren't we? Rather than
pretty much by this point. I mean,
I just checked a link from Wikipedia to one of the cliff notes to see what else we could say about Sonnet 44, and they literally had a paragraph going, "If I was made of thought, I'd be able to go anywhere and always be with you." It's just. Oh, dearie me.
Which we covered in the opening.
Yeah. And the Shakespeare's-sonnets.com, which tends to have very, very good analytics, literally says the same. It's if my body could travel with ease and alacrity, with which my thoughts are.
Alacrity.
Alacrity. Alacrity. It's not a word I've come across before. Alacrity. Let's get the American to say it. The American on dictionary.com.
Apparently it means brisk and cheerful readiness.
Awesome. It must be alacrity.
That's what Google says. Alacrity.
Alacrity. So I did get there in the end. Which one thoughts? I could be with you wherever you are, but the thought itself that my body is not a thought and does not have the ability to travel everywhere is a killing thought. Being so much composed of two heavy elements, earth and water, I must patiently wait until you return. The only profit received from these two coarse elements is the heaviness of tears, which bear witness to both my sorrow and yours.
I guess we have that in the closing line, but heavy tears, batches of either were.
Yeah, but that's essentially it. This might actually be the simplest sonnet that there is, and it's such a simple sonnet. Why have we not heard it before? Because it is quite nice. The idea behind it's really nice. It's simple. Why do we always teach kids Sonnet 18? Why not Sonnet 44?
There's not enough to say about this one. I mean, if I was an English teacher, I wouldn't choose a sonnet where the lesson would be finished in 2 minutes and just go, well, that's it, kids. Pack up, go have lunch or go home or whatever time of day it is.
But it's a good introduction sonnet, surely, because it follows the rules. The rhyming rules are all there. The meter's there. So I think it's quite a nice introduction sonnet.
I guess so. You don't want to make it easy for kids. If I was an English teacher, I would just screw with them. I would choose the one we did before, the one with the shadows, shadow, and forms, form. Just make them read that out loud.
Everyone must read this without mistake before you can leave tonight. There's just a little girl left at the end of the day going, but it was McDonald's night tonight, and my mummy was gonna buy me some chicken nuggets. Read the sonnet. I want chicken nuggets.
Oh, I love the idea that people have a McDonald's. Well, I don't love the idea. It's a disgusting idea that people have a McDonald's night, but
I'm sure people do. I don't have it, but I have a pizza night where I'm only allowed one pizza a week, and I have a pizza night.
I found out that the Domino's that delivers to my house has a hygiene rating of 3.
3.
Yeah,
that's essentially we found rat droppings but couldn't find the rats, isn't it?
It's god. I mean, most places. I mean, there's places on City Road, which for people who've never been to Cardiff, it's one of the main takeaway streets, basically, and several places have 0.
Wow.
Which pretty much means you are cooking in shit, and we need to shut this place down now.
What amazes me is they've got that rating and they still stick it in their window.
It's at the moment it's not mandatory. I think they're trying to make it mandatory to display it in the window. But yeah, there's so many. If you go on, I think it's ratings.food.gov.uk.
Okay.
And you can just either look for a city or for a specific place. And Cardiff is just. I didn't look any other cities up, but there's so many places with 0s and 1s. 1 means they're still allowed to be open.
That's just wrong.
But it's just, yeah.
Wow, don't go to ratings.food.gov.uk right now because there's a server error.
I think that's... I'm doing it from memory. Just try food.gov.uk and there's a link on top that takes you to the hygiene ratings.
There, got it. Oh, I'm going to have fun looking at these in a minute.
But it's... Yeah, just go through the places that you usually eat at and then... I mean, I decided to not have takeaway again.
I'm never going to have it.
Even big brand names like we have one coffee number 1. That's a 3, which is a coffee chain here in Cardiff, and in Gloucester for some reason. I'm not sure why they have one there, but
what coffee number 1? It's only a small chain.
There's one in Gloucester.
Yeah, there is
nearby your old workplace. I'm not sure why. Maybe because so many people from Cardiff go to Gloucester that they miss their coffee.
We must have coffee. We must have the nice coffee. Quite possible. I feel that right now we are just chatting as friends rather than
pretty much. I think we've said everything about the sonnets that we could possibly say.
If there is something clever going on in this sonnet that we haven't spotted that you have, or if you have an inkling there's something clever, like it's all a big anagram of I am Shakespeare, you must worship me, or something like that. Read it backwards and there's a satanic message.
If you play it backwards, it's a Satan
Yeah,
incantation.
let us know. But I'm fairly sure this is the most standard sonnet we've got so far. But you do have some information. If you're in the UK, you now know how to check the food rating of your local takeaway, which, it's good. It's good to know these things.
You should do that.
I'm going to do that now. After we finish recording, I'm going to check out my takeaway. The one that we usually
Just watch Food Inspectors as well. They've been to so many places in Cardiff. It's hilarious.
Really? Oh, no.
They went to, was it 2 episodes ago? They went to a hidden bakery on Clifton Street.
A hidden bakery?
Yeah, because people could smell bread, but there wasn't a bakery. It was just a boarded up house. So that one of the food inspectors from the council, people who don't know, food inspectors are basically council staff who go around and check restaurants and give the hygiene ratings or shut places down if it's too bad.
Blimey.
And one woman from the council went in there, and they did just a really, really dirty place where they were baking bread. And they tried to find out whether they were actually selling it to shops. And they're just like, no, it's just for sampling.
Just for sampling? That's going to work.
It's an interesting... If you're in the UK, I do recommend watching Food Inspectors. It's quite an interesting program.
I think I will.
They do also show you how they make like pre-prepared food, like how sandwiches work. If you buy a pre-made sandwich in a shop, how those are made. It's insane, the hygiene control that goes into that. It's utterly insane.
Okay. See, it's good to know these things. I don't know these things, so it's good to know. But I think it's time for you to read the sonnet.
I'll read us out.
Read the sonnet.
I'm going to stumble. So the last one went so well.
It'll be fine.
Sonnet 44. If the dull substance of my flesh were thought, injurious distance should not stop my way. For then, despite of space, I would be brought from limits far remote, where thou dost stay. No matter then, although my foot did stand upon the farthest earth removed from thee, for nimble thought can jump both sea and land, as soon as think the place where he would be. But thought kills me that I am not thought, to leap large lengths of miles when thou art gone, but that so much of earth and water wrought, I must attend time's leisure with my moan, receiving nought by elements so slow, but heavy tears, badges of either's woe.
Excellent. That was Sonnet 44 of Shakespeare's sonnets. I've been Mark Chatterley, and you can follow me on Twitter for more, just conversations about friends and food hygiene and stuff, at Nufkin.
And I've been Thierry Heles, and you can follow me on Twitter at Sound of Seagulls.
And we will see you again next time for even more fun sonnets with Sonnet 45. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You've been listening to Shakespeare Sonnets with Mark Chatterley and Thierry Heles. This has been an In-Ear Entertainment podcast. To listen to other podcasts or find out more about In-Ear Entertainment, go to www.inearentertainment.com.